I am jumping in before this video starts because I did a lot of editing and I realized that I didn't ever tell you guys where to get the screenshots that I read for this video. It's all going to make sense very soon. I think I will be putting the screenshots on my blog, and I'll link in the description of this video. I'll give you a link to that. I don't know how I'm going to set it up yet. There's a lot of screenshots, but I will give you instructions in the description of this video. So go there to find out that. I also wanted to tell you that I was on the fence about recording a video like this for 3 months, really. But then recently things came up and it made me really want to talk about it. But then today I went out, and I didn't mention that in here, and when I came home, there was a comment that Tony left. This is about Tony. Under one of his videos, and it's like talking about me. Yeah, it's me. It doesn't say my name, but we know it's me. And I read like the first line, and then I stopped, and I said, now I know I'm going to do a video because I want to read this with my audience, with my subscribers, and I want to just have reactions to that. And so in the way he kind of encouraged me to go ahead and do this, and it was a doozy. I got through it. It's kind of a long video. Is there something else I wanted to tell you? Oh my God, there's just so much going on right now. But again, I'll have screenshots for you because he took most of them down. And you may or may not see comments from me. Sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. But I think he has me hidden. I started using a different YouTube channel from 1,000 years ago that I've never used. So when you see that name, Designs by Darlene, that's me. I'm Darlene. I'm that Darlene. So you'll see some comments in the screenshots because I saved all the back and forth comments because I had a feeling he would delete everything. Now he may delete the one that he posted today, the big long one about me, without naming me, it's about me. I also have a screenshot for that. So if you go to that video and you don't see that comment, it's right now, it's a pinned comment. I have the screenshot, so I'll include it in case he decides to delete that. Go watch this very long video. You guys, buckle up. We're going for a ride. I'm so relieved that something that has been bothering me for almost 3 months, over 3 months actually, came out because I felt really bad and weird about it. And this is going to be all over the place. I know I have a timeline. I don't know if I'll remember everything correctly. I know I have screenshots to show you guys. I'm at this point thinking I will put those on my blog so you can check there. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing this yet. I was going to give it some more thought and try to put it in some kind of an order, but now I got a reply. Basically what this is about is an incident that happened at one of the RC races that I went to with Tony. I'm gonna say his name because we all know who I'm talking about. And, you know, he's replying to me now. And it has to do with a trailer that he owned, that he made. You guys might remember seeing it in a couple of the videos that he recorded while I was hanging out with him. And he even had it in one of the recipe videos. The ingredients came in riding on the trailer, and yeah, that video's gone because he took my videos. He took the videos down that had me in it when I broke up with him. I have all his videos up. Okay, but there was an incident that happened that day, and it didn't sit well with me. Now, that was on a Saturday, and we were out all day at an RC race. A man wanted to buy Tony's trailer for his son. Tony wanted $300 for it. I think the man left and came back, I don't know, at least once, but he ended up paying Tony $300 for the trailer. And he did indeed say he wanted to wait to give it to his son at the end of the day. and not to, you know, tell him right away that he had bought him that trailer. I don't know the words that went between Tony and that man. All I know is I wasn't supposed to say anything because the man wanted it to be a surprise. To me, that meant the man wanted it to be a surprise later at the end of the day, not just right now while all the racing is going on and stuff. So when the end of the day came, the kid came, and I think I might have talked to Tony about it. Like, I don't know. I was concerned as to how is this going to play out. I might have talked to him about it only after, but the way it kind of went was that the kid came up and looked at the trailer again, and Tony said a few things and said, well, it's yours, take it home, something like that. And I was like, looking at the father, because I'm thinking, I mean, it was, to me, such an odd situation, and I felt very uncomfortable. And the father did too, because I'll tell you about that after. So the kid just left. The father didn't say anything. I didn't know if the father would say, well, actually, it was a gift, because I don't think the father wanted to embarrass Tony at this point. I don't think Tony wanted to let out the big secret. And, you know, I told him that, you know, that was awkward, this and that, and, you know, whatever. And I didn't like it. But at that point, nothing really was done or said wrong. The father could have chimed in and said, son, I bought you this. If I were Tony, though, I would have cleared this up before. I would have said during the day, when you come up for it at the end of the day, do you want him to know you bought this for him or not? You know, that kind of thing. So I let it go, but I did talk to him about it, that, you know, I just thought that was weird. The next day, I'm at Tony's. It's a Sunday now, and I'm sure I was set up to be there for the weekend, because at that point, I was spending the entire weekend working with him. I'd bring all my stuff, work there for the weekend, and then bring my stuff back home, my computer, everything, and start working at my apartment again on Mondays. So I was there, and I read a comment that somebody posted a comment on that video. That has all since been deleted by Tony, but I have the screenshots. Let me look up the screenshot, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to read it. At the end, I'll have all these screenshots for you to see, so you know that I'm telling the truth. Okay, hang on. Okay, this was a comment. It says 3 months ago. This is a screenshot, so I took this just recently, maybe yesterday. One of his subscribers, who I figured must have been from me, one of my subscribers that subscribed to him because I asked everybody to. And it ended up, yes, she went there because of me. She writes, that was so sweet to give that awesome trailer to that little boy. You could probably make a side business on that. Meaning, yeah, he could sell the trailers. I thought, or anything he makes, I thought that was going to make a good video, that he could say he sold his trailer. He wouldn't have had to say to who. I don't know. But, you know, enjoyed watching the video. Your desk setup is totally cool. I'll send you to this video also. Jealous. Keep up the great videos. Say hi to your doll. That would be me. And he replied, thank you, and I will. This is what made me sick to my stomach, and I wanted to leave his home right then. I was like, yuck. Because he did not say, well, I didn't really give it to him. You know? He let somebody believe that he gave that. Now, whether he ever said I gave it, and I do know there's a part in the video where he used the word gave, or give. It felt good to give him something like that. You'll be seeing it. That was so sweet to give that awesome trailer to that little boy. But I was there on a Sunday. I didn't want to just like pack all my stuff up right then and there and leave, but I was sick to my stomach. And then I told myself, maybe he'll figure this out and think maybe this isn't cool, but I left him the following Wednesday. That was a Sunday, and by Wednesday I was done because he didn't see the light. I'm probably taking it more seriously, but I felt responsible for the information that woman got because I sent her there and many others. Now, I'm sure a lot of people read this comment, and I was like, I've been brought into this. I was especially concerned about the father and the son and maybe the man's wife who's watching that video, because Tony said he would give the boy and the man shout outs, and he does, and he names them in the video. I didn't do anything. I didn't say anything. I did talk to him about this, and he said if anybody finds out that he got money for that, he would say that it was to support his channel, not so much that he sold. He didn't say that, but what he was trying to explain to me is he could say, oh yeah, I got the money as a supporter of my channel. He was doing Patreon at the time. I don't know what he's still doing. So he wanted to make somebody else think if it came up that the money was a gift for support and the trailer was still just a gift to the kid, not a sale. And I didn't like that. It was the wording and the trying to figure out. And he did say to me, you'll notice that I didn't say I gave it to him. He said he went home with it. But there is some wording in there that sounds more like, he is the one who gave it to the kid. But I understand, and that's just semantics. He's trying to change words, and he had the words ready to say he went home with it. But it's clear that not only I thought it sounded like he was giving that gift and bragging about it, but he let this woman who commented believe that. I didn't reply then. I have since. I think this all came down yesterday, and I'll tell you why that came down. All right. 2 weeks later, I believe, I can look at my Facebook. I was being eaten up by this, and now I had already dumped Tony because I knew we were going to other things that were coming up, and I just was done. I was done. And he seemed even very defensive to me about explaining it and like it wasn't a big deal. And I thought, maybe he is uncomfortable too. I'm just going to let this go, but I couldn't let it go. Dumped him 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks after I contacted the dad on Facebook. Let me find that and I'll read it to you. I'll read what I said. While I'm looking for this, don't leave, because I got a paragraph reply from Tony. I have not read it. I read the first line and a half. I'm going to read it with you. You can get my reaction. So hang on. Okay, that race where this all happened must have been on the 3rd. And yes, the video was uploaded on the 4th. That was that Sunday. And then I messaged the father of that kid on August 22. So a little 2 weeks after I left Tony, and I was just letting that play in my head. And this is what I wrote to him. I'm not giving the name. This is Darlene. Hi, so-and-so. This is Darlene. We met at the drag races. I was with Tony. You bought his RC trailer for your son. I just want you to know that I was so upset that day because you are the one that bought the trailer, yet it might have sounded to your son like Tony was giving it to him. But then I brushed it off as though maybe it was just me reading too much into things. Then Tony did a video and he totally made it sound like he gave that trailer as a gift to your son. He even got a comment saying as much, and he just let that person believe it was a gift. My friends also thought it was a gift from Tony when they watched the video. I asked, what do you think about that was a nice gift he gave. So it wasn't just me making this up. It sat wrong with me then, and it still does. So that was 2 weeks later. I just want you to know that I was not in on that. I was so turned off by Tony letting people think that he gave that as a gift that I dumped him. And that was the final straw with me. And I really couldn't explain that to you guys because I was still just trying not to talk about this. I don't want to trash Tony, but I was involved. I gave him, and I'll have to do another video or another one and another one about how much work I put into helping him with his channel, how much I even sacrificed my own channel. Not everybody was into Tony. You guys know that because a lot of hate came in. I didn't let anybody say anything bad in the comments about Tony. I deleted all those. But there was a lot of people who didn't like him. There was a lot of people who wanted me still with Joe. You know, so there was just a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't want to make it sound like I'm just making him out to be a bad guy, but there is a reason now why this came to mind again. Okay, but let me finish this. There's so much. He should have either, oh yeah, and I still feel this way. He should have, I can't wear readers anymore because they don't work, because I can't get them weak enough, but now I still have a little bit of blurriness, but I haven't been wearing readers in a while. He should have either been honest and said he sold it, or he should have just not even mentioned it at all. Now, what I mean is, he could have said a shout out. Hey, shout out to so-and-so and his son. Great hanging with you today. Told them I'd give them a shout out. He didn't have to talk about the vehicle and like the vehicle went to some child, especially by not being able to say, he bought it for $300. I understand if he didn't want to bring that out. Maybe that man's wife would be pissed. I mean, he doesn't have to say that, but he could have talked to the man and say, do you mind if I tell everybody that I sold this to you? You know, he could have done that, or just leave it out. He could have given a shout out and not mentioned the trailer at all in that video because he couldn't be honest about what happened. He should have been proud to sell the trailer, or he could have just given a shout out to those two guys and then do another part just saying that I sold my trailer to someone. You know, oh, okay. I'm sorry if that caused any issues for you on your end. Your son totally has the right to know you were the hero, not Tony. I enjoyed the races, but Tony was the only reason I was going. I think my RC days are over, LOL. I'm not going to tell you everything this man said back to me, but he did say something like, oh, I hate that you dumped him, and y'all seems good together. Some people think that, you know, it's not always, and I knew it wasn't. I replied in parts to some of the things he said. I didn't dump him just for that. It was kind of the last straw. Very nice man, but almost 3 months was enough to know that even though I did all the things he loved, he was never going to do anything I loved. Very one-sided. I go out every weekend to live music so I can dance. I had to go alone. Why have a boyfriend who won't go out with me? LOL. And then I asked him if he knew anyone to send them my way. I already knew about RC cars now, so I would have been good for that. And he says, I will, and I wish you the best of luck. So that was that conversation. I have still thought about it, and thought about it, and thought about it. And the other day, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, I happened to go to Tony's channel because I know he, like, after I left, he stopped and he started getting videos back up, and I was happy about that. One of the things that hurt me the most was that I invested so much into this man's hobby and his channel to get him monetized because he wanted that very, very much, even though he says later after that that's not what he was into. You know, he wasn't into it for that. But he was very much into that, and he would brag to the other RC people that, you know, I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to get monetized and Darlene's helping me. He always gave me credit for that, and please watch and all this stuff. But then I noticed that he started uploading again. So let me get back to his channel. Hang on. This is what made me decide that I was kind of right in a way, that I really wanted to believe it wasn't intentional, to make it sound like he gave that as a gift. But I could have never recorded a video that made it sound even remotely like that might have been what I did. I could never have done that. I would have either told the whole story as it was, or I just would not have talked about it, right? It's so easy. And I was so hurt that with everything I invested and trusted him with my subscribers, I sent him about, I can't remember how many subscribers. I don't know if he had maybe like 100 subscribers when I was there. I keep thinking 400 and something, but I think that was his watch time, his hours. By the time I had done videos with him, he was over 1,700. So I think I got him maybe like 1,600 subscribers. He didn't deny that. I don't think he would deny it now. So I happened to see a couple videos. I look at comments, and his other channel that he does gaming on, it's a fairly new channel. It used to be called, I think it was Ugly. I know Ugly was in there. Ugly Old Man Gamer. I think that's what it was. And he promoted that on his RC channel. But now it's changed to Angry Old Gamer. And he used that account to comment under one of his most recent videos, like within the first 5, the most recent 5 or 6 videos, one of those has a comment by Angry Old Gamer, who is Tony. It just says, "Awesome!" exclamation point. And then he gave that comment, which was actually him, he gave that comment a heart. And again, I thought, okay, he's trying to drum up some comments, but I'm like, doesn't he realize Angry Old Gamer, Ugly Old Man Gamer, that aren't they gonna just know that this is him? So I sat on that for a little bit, and I looked at a couple of other videos, and then I found this one. He commented on his own video again. Angry Old Gamer commented on Rockhound RC. They're both Tony. "Awesome, great video, and it looks like a lot of fun." He's talking to himself, hoping that people will just see good comments about that video. I can't put it any other way. I just can't. Awesome, great video, and it looks like a lot of fun. If this isn't just leading people on to believe someone is complimenting him, I don't know what it is. Not everyone, probably hardly anyone would know that that's his other channel. I know. And now you guys know. So after that, I think I took a night off, thought about all this, and I said, I'm going to say something. Anyway, under this one, awesome, great video, and it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know which one I commented on first. I wrote, "Are you seriously giving yourself comments, then giving yourself a heart on the comment? We know these are both your channels, LOL." Because he hearted this one too. That is what made me think that the other thing with the trailer had some intent there, some intent of making himself look good. Because he's trying to make himself look good in this, just by commenting on his own video. I don't know. And then on the other one, I don't know how to switch, because I have to read screenshots, because he's deleted me, and he deleted a whole bunch of other conversations there. The other one that he just said, "Awesome," I said, "You're quite ballsy to comment on your own videos, then give yourself a heart. You do realize that we know these are both your channels, right?" Again. But those comments that he left himself is what made me say, I have no problem telling my audience that I trusted him to treat my audience right. And it upset me so much that he let one person specifically let her believe that her comment, now, did he lie to her in there? It's a lie by omission. She said, "How nice of you to give," or "How sweet of you," or whatever. I'm going to read it. You're going to see it at the end of this video. "How sweet of you," or whatever, to give that boy that trailer. And he let her believe she was right. Oh my God. Okay, I have to upload because I'm running out of card time here. So I got to take this off the card and I'll be right back. You might hear my computer humming. It's uploading that video. God, I almost feel like I need to do this in 2 parts because there's still a lot to go through. Before I hang up, I want to send you to the clip of his video. So I'm going to have a link to the clip of his video with a timestamp. So it'll start you like right about where he starts talking about that boy. And it's about, I mean, less than 2 minutes. So you can go watch that if you haven't already. I think you will also see it as it could very much sound like he gave that away. Let me just play the voice part of it right now. Hang on. Okay, listen. I'm just going to let you listen to this one line. Hang on.
To give that boy something that he truly liked, and I know he'll get a lot more use out of it than I did.
Okay, so he said to give that boy something he truly liked. So he did say to give. See, I'm so, he didn't say to give a gift. He doesn't use the word gift, but he never once makes it sound like it was a business transaction. He sold the fucking trailer for $300, and that should have been the story he could have been proud of. Go watch it. I don't know. Maybe you won't take it like I did, but obviously somebody who watched the video did, because she commented. Okay, so let me go read that and then that conversation, and because it's 3 months later, and I still wanted that woman to know, and I cannot believe she saw my comment and she came back. Okay, let me go find that. It's in a whole bunch of parts. Hang on. Okay, I don't know if these are going to be in the right order. Put up with me here, because it's all a hot mess. Okay, so I read you that part. I don't see it here. Okay, I'm just going to read what she wrote in that comment 3 months ago. That was so sweet to give that awesome trailer to that little boy. You could probably make a side business on that. Enjoyed watching the video. Your desktop set, blah, 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 blah. Say hi to your doll. She updated that. Okay, so we have to come back to that. Now let me tell you more of that. Okay, under that, somebody who already knew, I don't know this person, said he actually had the father pay $300 for it. He's a phony and wants praise for nothing. Now, that is somebody who probably heard it in the grapevine, but I don't know that Sardine Queen 69. I don't know that person by that name anyway. And then Beth is here. She's the one that made that original comment. She says, oh, that is sad if true. Sad face. And now I chimed in as Designs by Darlene, a defunct YouTube channel that I don't think I ever did anything with at all. I mean, I don't think there's even a video on it. I said, it's absolutely true. I'm Darlene. I was there. The man asked for a lower price. I do believe that's true. I think that's why the man came back a couple times. I could be wrong about that. But Tony stuck to $300 and he got it. He will delete this comment as soon as he sees it, so I hope you get to see this before he does. I even messaged the boy's father because I knew he would watch that video and I didn't want him to think I had anything to do with that lie. I left Tony due to that stunt. I'm still sickened by it. And I am. I didn't like it. All right, I have to make sure I can keep track here. And then she says, well then, I believe you, Darlene. You're my gal. Why can't others be honest? And then I replied with, when I confronted him, I was so glad to get this all off my chest, you can't even believe. When I confronted him about the video, he said that if anyone found out that he got $300 for that trailer, he would tell me the money was to help support his channel. He's clever with how he says things, but in this video, he says to give that boy something he truly liked sounds like a friggin' gift. And when he got your comment and he didn't explain that it was not a gift, I knew he was not my guy. There were other signs too, but that was the last straw. And the only reason I'm even bringing it up now is because he has started leaving himself comments on this channel, meaning his, using his other channel, Angry Old Gamer, and he praises his own video. Then he gives himself a heart, LOL. This is his latest one by Angry Old Gamer, and I do it for her. Awesome, great video, and it looks like a lot of fun. Then he gave that comment a heart using his Rock Hound channel. When I started seeing this, I was like, what the fuck? Then I finally let him have it about that gift he gave. He never used the word gift because he wouldn't. He's smart enough not to. It's been bothering me ever since he did it. I have nothing against him selling it. That's the story. Oh, something just happened. That's the story he should have told. He could be proud to get that much for that trailer. Instead, he let you and maybe everyone else believe that he was a good man who gave it away to some random boy. You have to remember that. He let that comment be there. He could have deleted that comment and just not deal with it. You know? If he would have ever said to me, you know, somebody believed that I gave him that as a gift and I just don't know what to do, so I just deleted it. You know, try to find something inside of himself that feels a little tiny bit weird about making it appear like a gift, and that can't be just me thinking that. I think this woman is pretty smart too. She thought it. All right, next, I want to make sure, was I done with that yet? Because all this is gone now. He deleted all of it. Now, Beth is here. The original commenter said, thank you for the truth. I no longer subscribe anyway. I watched because of you. So I know she is someone who went there because I asked people to go there and she watched. And then I wrote back, it has been driving me crazy that I sent so many of my subscribers here. Because again, this is all on Tony's channel, these comments. That we were going back and forth. Something like 1,300, I thought, but I really think he only had like maybe like 100 subscribers, a little more. He might correct me on that. Maybe maybe he'll say, yeah, Darlene, you were right. It was like 100 something. So I think it was more like 1,600-ish subscribers that I got him. And then he has the nerve to let people believe that he gave that boy a gift. Again, he's not using the word gift. I'm very curious to know, if you are seeing that clip for the first time, would you have thought it was a gift? I would have. My subbies deserve much better than that. And also leaving himself comments using another account. What for? Is he really trying to pat himself in the back? It's all about putting on a front to him. You deserved the truth, but I had no way to reach you, so I'm glad you know now. I am. I'm very, very glad, because that leaving himself comments makes me know that I'm on to something here about him. He wants to come across as though he's good, and if he leaves himself comments and he thinks, well, some people might know that's me, but they're not going to say anything, or if they do, I'll delete. But others will just think I'm getting good comments. Okay, so now the comments are updated. I don't really remember what she said. It was at the end of her original. She edited it. When he ends, say hi to your doll. Now she writes, new. I now learned that you didn't gift that boy, but charged him $300. The father, I'm sure she means. You could have told the truth instead of letting us assume you did such a nice thing. That's just wrong. Darlene was way too good a woman for you. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying, yeah, I was way too good of a woman. I'm sure he doesn't think so. Is there anything else on that? And then, oh, I guess now she had now read that it's been driving me crazy that I sent so many of my subscribers. Okay, so after that, she wrote, you're the best, Darlene. I continue to enjoy your channel. My last comment on this liar's page. Shame on you, RC man. See you on your great YouTube channel, meaning me. And I wrote back, my last comment was, I will sleep better tonight. Now, I don't know if anybody else chimed in, because I did tell my patrons and YouTube members about all this going on, and I, told them that there was a conversation, but I went to bed, and so I didn't check again until this morning, and when I did, all that was gone. Now, okay, I think I told you I'm going to send you to the clip. I read all that stuff, and I'm going to read his reply on on his channel. I have other things too, but let's try to get that. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if it's still up there. Well, let me just go to his channel. I'll read it from there if it's still there. I have not read this. I'm scared. Okay. It's pinned. He pinned it to the top of this video. The title is, and it's 3 months ago. I'll link to that. I'll link to the video, and yeah, you're gonna see the link for the time-stamped part. I need to address all the haters out there that have been misinformed about me, and particularly this video. That's what I read. When someone turns my story around and puts words in my mouth that I never spoke just to make me look like a liar, okay, and an all-around evil person, I must draw the line. Okay, let's stop right there. The only words that Beth is here, that commenter, the only words she heard were his on the video. And she said, how sweet of you to gift that boy or give that boy that trailer. Those weren't my words. I didn't send her anything saying, you know, twisting words. This was 3 months ago. She said that on her own, and he let it stay that way. He let her believe she was right. He didn't say, you're right, but he would say, well, I didn't say she was right, you know, but you didn't say she was wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, there's some misunderstanding here. I didn't misinform her. He misinformed her. See what I'm saying? I love shit like this. You guys that have known me for 10 years, you know I love to pick apart words. And okay, just to make me look like a liar and an all-around evil person, I must draw the line. Some people apparently, that would be me, cannot handle rejection. I wasn't rejected. Because I have another comment that I copied. Let me go find it right now. Okay, he left this on my community board, and he knows my comments all go to review, so he figured I'd delete it. I did not delete it. I pushed it out and I gave a reply, and when I woke up this morning, that was all deleted. But this is what he says, because he just said something about me and rejection. He starts, why are you stalking me? If I remember correctly, you left me. How does that make me the one being rejected? If I remember correctly, you left me. Please just move on with your life and be happy. It was your choice. I know you will delete my comment, but I know you will read it. So his words say that I left him. It was my choice. We'll go back to that in a minute. But I said, I'm not stalking you. I'm just tired of thinking about how you led my subbies on to thinking you gave that kid that trailer. It never sat right with me, and you know that. And now because I even mentioned it, like my last text to him, I mentioned it. That's how much it bothered me. And now you leave yourself comments with your other channel, and I think that's hilarious. Yet, it says so much about who you are. I really think that says a lot. Because put all the things together, and it makes it sound like somebody who really wants to make themselves look better. And it's intentional to me. That's the good word. I think it's intentional. I mean, he didn't accidentally just leave himself comments that say, awesome, looks like fun. Did he have to remind himself that, oh, that looks like fun, Tony? I'm embarrassed that I worked so hard on your channel and that I sent my subbies there. Then you let them believe that trailer was a gift, but we all know you sold it for $300 to the kid's dad. I thought you were a stand-up guy. I was so wrong. You totally used me. And when I say used, he didn't use me emotionally and my heart. He used me for his channel. I know that for a fact. I knew it then. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was being distracted by him, and I don't regret it. I don't regret any of it. I regret this part. I should have said something right away. I should have said to him, take that comment down or I'm doing a video about it. I would have had the right to do that. He knew full well that I was not going to delete videos of him. I make it very clear to these guys, if you allow me to talk. I was helping him with his channel. I didn't expect him to take my videos down, but he did, and I'll tell you why and what happened when he did that. That's another whole video. Anyway, I thought, oh, you stand-up guy, you totally used me, you know it. You were so into getting monetized. Then when I left you, you announced on your community board that you were not in it for the money. Wake up, Tony. You used me. You know it. That's fine. I didn't care, but you are not being honest with my subbies, and I feel bad for them. Now let's go to the thing he said about not being monetized. Quick update. This is 2 months ago. I am not in the least interested in getting this channel monetized. I don't care if every last subscriber leaves this channel because he lost a few hundred after I broke up with him. That's not many. I will keep doing what I enjoy because it's better than being controlled by the masses. Am I the masses? I don't know. I do this for me, and I will always do it for me. That is all. And somebody said, as you should, don't let the fun be taken out of it. Not worth it. But gee, do I have another one? Somebody else said, somebody thought they found that he wasn't like too happy in there. I don't know why it's taking so long for these things. Come on, come on. This one says, absolutely, but I sense a little annoyance. First of all, I don't understand people who think it's wrong to earn money. This is my fucking career here. This is my business. It's what pays my bills. That and my fabric. I always have two things going at once. YouTube has been 10 years my way of earning money. Fabric has been off and on in that 10-year period. But I always got, you know, stuff going on. eBay, all that. It's all to make money. It's to make money. I'm not ashamed of that. Absolutely, but I sense a little annoyance. Monetization of a channel is not what preoccupies me as a viewer. If I enjoy content, I watch. Whether you make money is not my concern. Enjoy and share your passion if you want. Subscribers are here if your content is pleasing to them. Why would you assume people would leave when they enjoy your content? And he wrote back, I just want people to know I'm not doing this for money. This is my hobby, and I work a full-time job for money. I do too. It's called YouTube. I don't want people thinking I'm just here to make a buck. That is so insulting to me because that's exactly what he wanted, and I was proud that he wanted that. I was happy that he wanted that. I loved that I could help him get to that point, and he was about to get monetized that coming weekend. I dumped him on a Wednesday, and I'll tell you what happened in another video. I didn't damage that for him. He did it by himself, accidentally, kind of. Thanks for your comment and support. Let's see, I think this is the last one about the money. That person says again, understood and in full agreement. Many have a channel as an income or subsidize their income. It must be very stressful to always have to sell your content. Love your hobby, watching the stunts, etc. It's really cool, and have to remind myself at times these are not full-size cars. Have fun, Tony. And he wrote back, thank you. Okay, let's go back to his comment to me. I think that's where we are. Okay, let's go back to his thing. Some people apparently cannot handle rejection. And then we went and read all that about, I clearly wasn't rejected. And will go to any means to try and destroy someone for rejecting them. Not me. I have been rejected my whole life and I can handle it. I just move on. So let me be clear. Not once did I say in this video, I gave my trailer to this little boy. All I said was that he went home with it. And after his father paid for it, I gave it to him. Period. Huh. Well, it is proof that Tony didn't give the gift because his father paid for it and Tony handed it to him. But notice he used the word gave. The father paid for it and I gave it to him. Because he did use the word something like it felt good to give that boy that trailer. Something like that. Anyway, All he had to do to keep this clear is say that he sold the trailer, because that's what he did. The father bought the trailer. This little boy saw my trailer that I built with my own 2 hands from scratch and fell in love with it. His father approached me and offered to buy it from me, to surprise his little boy with it. I explained to his father how much time and money I had invested in the build, and he agreed to my price, but he also wanted it to be a surprise to his son. So I chose to leave that information out of the video so he could handle it the way he wanted to and not have me ruin the surprise. Then it shouldn't have even been brought up. Hang on. I don't know. I don't know where I left off. This is the longest video. I've been recording this for a long time. Okay, I'm going to start back there. I explained to the father how much time and money I had invested in the build, and he agreed to my price, but he also wanted it to be a surprise to his son. So I chose to leave that information out of the video so he could handle it the way he wanted to and not have me ruin the surprise to his son in this video, because they are both subscribers to my channel. But again, the boy, I thought the surprise should have been happening when he was being told, your dad just bought you this. That would have been the surprise, or dad saying, son, I bought this for you. Or he doesn't have to say he bought it for him in there. He could just say, I'm giving this to you, or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Again, if there wasn't good wording, if he was concerned about ruining a surprise in his video, then he should have just not talked about it, I think. If you can't say how it happened and you let people believe it might be a certain way, and when they say how nice of you or sweet of you to give that to that boy, you need to say, yeah, it's not really what happened, but, you know, so he could handle it the way he wanted to and not have me ruin the surprise to his son in this video, because they're both subscribers to my channel. I will not mention any names here, but if you want to hate on someone, hate on the person who ruined, all caps, this little boy's surprise gift from his father. How did I ruin that? How did I ruin it? The kid got the gift. I told the father I felt weird about it all, the way it happened, and I wanted him to know I didn't have any part in it. How did that ruin anything for the kid? Let me see, does he mean me? Who could he mean? I will not mention any names here, but if you want to hate on someone, so he's wishing hate on me. Hate, I don't think I've wished hate on him. I've never told anybody go hate on Tony, never. Hate on the person who ruined this little boy's surprise gift from his father. You people need to learn. Oh, maybe somebody, I don't know. Oh, because he does say the father's name, but that has nothing to do with the kid. I didn't ruin the little boy's surprise. I don't think he's talking about me here. You people need to learn not to put words in other people's mouth without knowing all the facts. Oh, I think he doesn't want you guys to say what I said, because he doesn't want you to just believe me. He wants you to hear him out too. Oh, and then he ends with this. Now chew on that. I have got to stop. I've got to stop recording, but I have other things now, because this man is not jilted. He doesn't feel like at all. This has nothing to do with him being sad that I walked out on him. He never once approached me or contacted me, never once said, I miss you. I wish you'd come back. Can we get together and talk about this? There wasn't one part of him that was into me. Not one part. I know this because I'm not a stupid woman. Anyway, I hope that I can make some sense of this. I'm going to try to put the screenshots on my blog in some kind of order. I would like to get this video up and do that. Oh my God, there's so much to do. This is going to take forever. I am going to tell you, don't go hating on him. Don't. he is who he is, and that's all there is to it. I just find it so completely interesting to see something that other people probably would not think was a red flag at all. But if it bothers you in any way, and there's other things, and then again, the trailer was the last straw, I thought. Well, it was the last straw for me and him. I left. I wasn't going to put up with that. I did not want to spend one more time. It was a Wednesday and Thursday night. We were going to be at the slot cars. Saturday, we had a big thing going. There was no way I was going to any of that. I was done. Because of his character, of letting one of my subscribers believe that. He let her believe it. He did not correct that. Did not delete the comment. He wanted it out there. That was a nice compliment. He didn't care if it was true or not. He wanted people to see it. He still has his own compliments to himself, even though I've, joked about it and he deleted me. Did I read? What? Yeah, and I read to you what he wrote about I'm the one who left him. So I wasn't feeling rejected by any means. Anyway, I'm going to stop now, but I'm going to come back with another video because I'm sure I'm going to have a lot to say after this. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you, don't go hate on him. And if you say hateful, mean things about him, I won't put that through. But if you want to analyze the way he said things, I would absolutely love to know that. And I will put that through because I'm very curious to know if you think, if you would just watch that video without knowing anything, if you would have thought that he gave that as a gift, and if you would have commented and he would have just thanked you, would that have really nailed it in that it was a gift? That would have nailed it in to me. For me, I would have totally believed that was a gift. I find it hard to believe that any of you would think that I'm lying about this. I promise you. The man got $300. I was right there. And I sent him a message about it. And it was $300. And I think, doesn't Tony even... Yeah, he says it now, right? No, I don't see it. But it was $300. I mean, if you ask him, I think he probably would agree it was $300. I don't think he would lie about that at this point. That's kind of silly. Yeah. All right, you guys. I guess that's going to be it for now. There will be more. I have a feeling there will be more. And again, please don't bash him. I know a lot of you had opinions about him when I was going out with him. I had some of those same opinions. Just because I was with him didn't mean that I was blind to what was going on. So I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about me. And Joe is here. And we're still hanging out together. I don't want to put a label on our relationship. He's on meds. He's still in treatment for his bipolar, all his things. And he is going through a lot of physical things. His heart mainly right now. And he's going to have that checked on Thursday. Heart cath. He's going to have that done. And yeah, so anyway, I'm just moseying along and just trying to soak life in as it comes to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye. Please, please analyze all of this and tell me what you think.